Hi, in today's video, we will talk about Moon's temperature. Have you ever wondered what the temperature is like on the Moon? As our closest celestial neighbor, the Moon has fascinated people for centuries. From ancient myths to modern science, we have long been captivated by the lunar landscape and its mysteries. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Moon is its temperature. In this video, we will explore what the temperature is like on the Moon and what factors affect it. Temperature variations on the Moon. The Moon is a harsh and unforgiving environment, with extreme temperature variations that can range from 173 degrees C, 279 degrees F, to 127 degrees C, 261 degrees F. The temperature on the Moon is affected by several factors, including the time of day, the lunar terrain, and the lunar cycle. During the lunar day, which lasts for about 2 weeks, the temperature on the Moon can rise to as high as 127 degrees C, 261 degrees F, in some areas. This is because the Moon has no atmosphere to retain heat, so the surface heats up quickly when exposed to sunlight. The lunar surface is also covered in fine dust that can reflect sunlight and increase the surface temperature even further. However, during the lunar night, which lasts for about 2 weeks as well, the temperature on the Moon can drop to as low as 173 degrees C, 279 degrees F. This is because the Moon has no atmosphere to trap heat, so the surface quickly cools down when exposed to the cold vacuum of space. Lunar terrain and temperature. The temperature on the Moon is also affected by its terrain. The Moon's surface is covered in craters, mountains, and plains, each with a different temperature profile. For example, the peaks of the lunar mountains are much colder than the flat plains because they are farther from the heat source of the sun and receive less sunlight. The lunar craters, on the other hand, can be much colder than the surrounding areas. This is because they are permanently shadowed and never receive direct sunlight. Some of these craters are so cold that they contain pockets of frozen water and other volatile compounds preserved since the Moon's formation. Lunar cycle and temperature. Another factor that affects the temperature of the Moon is its lunar cycle. The Moon's rotation is synchronized with its orbit around the Earth, so it always presents the same face to us. However, this face is not always in the same position relative to the Sunday. During the full moon, the lunar surface receives the most sunlight, raising the temperature in some areas to as high as 127 degrees C, 261 degrees F. During the new moon, the lunar surface receives the least sunlight, which can cause the temperature to drop to as low as 173 degrees C, 279 degrees F. Challenges of exploring the Moon's temperature. The extreme temperature variations on the Moon present significant challenges for exploring its surface. Astronauts who have walked on the Moon have had to contend with the harsh conditions by wearing specialized spacesuits that are designed to regulate their body temperature and protect them from the extreme cold and heat. Robotic missions to the Moon have also faced challenges due to temperature variations. For example, some lunar rovers have had to shut down during the lunar night to conserve power and prevent damage from the extreme cold. Other lunar landers have had to be designed to withstand the extreme heat of the lunar day and the extreme cold of the lunar night. In conclusion, the temperature of the Moon is a complex and fascinating subject. The extreme temperature variations on the lunar surface are caused by a combination of factors, including the time of day, the lunar terrain, and the lunar cycle. Exploring the Moon's temperature presents significant challenges, but it is essential for understanding the Moon's formation. Thanks for watching. Be sure subscribe to Knowledge for more knowledge.